on YouTube and TikTok. What's up, everybody? Welcome. You, so please do let us know where you come. And also, I think it's gonna help me know where my people at, so that I know when I visit, where do I visit and who am I visiting. You see? But anyway, I hope you guys are good, guys. It's just that I've not been going live in a minute, so I thought I should go live. There's a video that I posted on. I think I posted it on YouTube as a short. I posted it on Instagram. I posted it on Facebook. Ne? For reference or for context, you can go and watch that video, but I'm going to tell you what is happening. In that video, there's a lady who's recording her husband like this, and the husband is working with the side chick. Yeah. But that side chick has been upgraded because she is, apparently this man has already even built a house or bought a house with the side chick. So as she's busy recording, she's busy saying, yeah, you left me for this B, who has got chubabas, guys. I don't know what is the proper word for chubaba, ne? Maybe I don't know what is the English word, not even the proper word. I don't know what is the English word for chubaba, but there is a word for it, which I don't know. Yeah, so like it's like the pigmentation. I don't know what happened with the pigmentation here on the skin. So usually it's not for us who are dark and who are oily skin, So a lot of people that I know who have chubabas are people who are yellow bones, So she's busy recording. She's like, you left me for this woman with chubabas, And then the kids are suffering. You left kids at home. I want to make you try. And they're busy crossing the road. And she's busy. Guys, that woman is petting. And she's busy recording her husband together with his side chick, who is now a glorified side chick, because obviously the side chick has been graduated to the next in line, the next wife, because they even have a house together. And she was saying that, you think, is this the one you bought a house with? And the man was like, yes. And then he's like, yeah, but you don't know that because we married in committee of property. I'm going to keep trying Wi-Fi. This one is disappointing me. Since, well, we are married in committee of property, you don't know. I'm going to get a house. And then she's like, yeah, I'm recording you. And the husband was like, go live, mama. Go live, mama. Go live. And the wife was like, yeah, I'm going to record you so that I can use this in the court of law. You understand what I mean? So all of that drama, all of that hoo-ha, that's what I'm here about. To say, hi, my darling.
Hi.
There's a bit of a feedback that's coming in from your side. Hi. Are you good?
I'm fine. I'm just joining.
Is it? Okay, thank you so much, Ne. You can mute yourself and stay here and be decorating our live, okay? But anyway, yeah, so basically that is what we are here about, Vazalan, to say, well, to what extent, where do we draw the line as women, Hi, the new person that just came in, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. Hello.
Hello, Perseverance. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
no, I really like the work you do.
Oh.
You're really changing lives, and thank you so much for healing the world.
Oh, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Yeah. I feel like you are an agent of change. You are being used by God. Allow God to use you to heal. Because this world needs healers.
Yeah.
And you are using God's power, God's grace is using you to reach to places where a human hand cannot reach. And thank you for being that vessel.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate this.
You're welcome.
All right. Mukundi.
Hey, how are you, Perseverance?
Hey, today was I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Yes.
I really fall in love with your work that you are busy doing and helping other young women to get out from toxic relationships, even men. That some they also being in a toxic relationship relationship, but they don't speak out.
Yeah.
But what you're doing it like really like you're just being open to everyone. You see, so I really I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. Whew. Okay.
So like today is all about what I just came now in. So or
Yeah.
what is the topic for a day?
So today we're actually talking about to what extent do you let go as a person and accept? Because I was explaining to the people that there's a video that I saw trending now. I actually also shared it on my socials as well, of a woman who found her husband was walking with a side chick, right? And she was busy recording them saying, yeah, she's swearing at the woman, and she's busy saying, this is the woman, this is the bitch that you left me for, and this woman has got chubabas, and like body shaming that woman. And like really just calling her out, and she was really, you can tell this person is breathing heavily and everything. So I wanted us to talk about that today, to say to what extent do you as a person say enough is enough? Do you have to go, how far do you have to go? And also, when you see somebody going to that extent, do we blame them? What could cause somebody to actually go to that extent? But I think because now I just briefed you on what is going on, let's just have Tima share with us. I believe that Tima actually had me the first time, so that she can tell us what she thinks about what is going on. Tima?
Hey, madam, did you just say I'm here for the first time?
I beg you, no. I'm saying that you probably had me the first time when I was sharing what is actually the topic of the day.
No, I didn't. I'm hearing what you just said now, but I can speak to it just briefly.
Yes, ma'am.
What you just said, the question that you asked, like, what would make someone to go that far to?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because you know what my concern is, Tima? My concern is that people are divided. There are those who can relate and they feel the pain, and there are those who are literally just mocking the woman, and there are those who are just saying, listen, what about your dignity? Don't you have that pride to say stop, enough is enough? And also, when somebody does not want you anymore and they're showing that they don't want you anymore, to what extent do you go when you want to force this? And I have my own personal story of forcing things, but for me it's not about a man, it's about a friendship. But the behavior is the same, and it's so frustrating at the end of the day.
right. So, you know something, when you for women, I feel like until we are able to decenter patriarchy in our life, we'll be able to all our insecurity actually, if not all, most of our insecurity will disappear. I can bet you that. As a woman, if you can decenter patriarchy, most insecurity that we have is going to disappear. And
Yeah.
this is what I mean by that. Because the way patriarchy is set up is, patriarchy is one of the ways that in that situation that they will make, you will see a woman fighting over an adult man over another woman.
You know what I think the tricky part is, Dima? The tricky part is that I got a question like this actually during the day. Because I posted a video in the morning where I was saying that sometimes forgiveness is a matter of it's either you forgive or you die. And I'm only literally feeling it when I look back at what I've been through in my life, and I look at myself, how I smile and laugh with people that have hurt me in the past. And I realize that when I look at all of that, I feel like that could have killed me. And the only thing that saved me was that the fact that I had to forgive. And somebody came and said to me, I hear you and I want to implement that in my life, but I don't even know where to start. When you say I should forgive somebody, where do I start? What element in me do I unlock or lock for me to say I am now embarking on this healing journey? So that the reason why I'm saying this is because when you say that we need to get to a point where we decenter patriarchy, it sounds cheesy when we're saying it. We know these words, decenter patriarchy. But as a person, how do you unlock that? How do you free yourself mentally before you can even say you want to practice it? Because I always say that people who are in prison right now, there are more people who are in prison who are actually free, more free than people who are outside. There are people who are outside who are walking freely, but with their mentality, they are jailed already. They are slaves already. So how do we unlock that when we are being realistic to say, today we're starting, today is the 15th of January 2025. we are decentering patriarchy. Where do we start?
So first of all, we need to self-discovery is needed. Okay. So
Okay.
decenter patriarchy is a process. It's not something that's just gonna happen just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to get there, first of all, whether you, as a woman, you need to discover yourself. If you haven't discovered yourself before, you have to go into a journey of discovering yourself. What do I mean by that? It's a question you have to ask, and only you have the answer for it. And that is, who am I as a person? You know, what do I like? How do I what gives me joy? You know what I mean? How do I relate to people?
Yeah.
How do people relate to me? You know, I mean, there's a whole lot of questions that you have to go deep down. What is your childhood look like? Like what you grew up with, you know, what you saw between your mom and your dad, and you have to be honestly answer that question, because you can have a child who loves their mother and their father dearly, but the father and the mother is never good for themselves. It's a very tricky situation for a child that grew up in that kind of dynamic, right? Because this child has no animosity towards the mother or the father, but the mother and the father, they should not even ever be together. Again, you have to go as far back as that to make sure that, you know, to what is your bias in that kind of relationship. Because if you don't figure out what your bias is, because in your eye, your parents' relationship is perfect, because you love your father and then you love your mother. So with that kind of mindset, now you as an adult, you are going into the world to be in a relationship with somebody else. What are you carrying with you into that relationship? And what is the other person bringing to you? And will you be able to recognize it when you say it, to say, you know what, this doesn't make me feel good. Oh, this one I can do, or this one I can participate. Now, you know, we talk about self-love all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, self-love. So self-love is a building block of how get to the point. It's not the only thing, but it's one of the building blocks. Self-love, self-discovery, self-preservation. You need those as a building block for you to do the work that you need to do, so that when you embark in the process of the center patriarchy, you'll be able to do it as gently and as kindly as you can do it. You know what I mean? Without screwing like maybe man the devil. Okay? You know, because again, people say, oh, man this, man that. Okay, how about me as a woman?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you have to see you for you.
Yeah.
Once you are able to see it, and that is so individualized. Because what I see in me is not what you're gonna see in you.
Yeah.
You know, for reason. And that is why it has to be personalized to you. So it's so difficult to teach it. For me, I don't know how you can teach that to a person, but I can say to you, my sister, that go inside yourself. If you have to write it down, you know, write those questions, and you have the answer for those questions.
Yeah.
Go with it. And if you cannot do that all by yourself, I'll say this all the time. If you are blessed enough that you have the resources, you have the money to go after it, I think the best way, one of the way to do it, is to sit with a professional, somebody who can ask you a question and you can actually go into your consciousness and give those answers out. Because once you hear it, then you can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, like, oh, this is how I am today. So to answer the question where for a woman who go after the side chick, even though the man is the one that's doing the most now, yeah?
Yeah.
Again, the man is doing what that man is doing, is going to do, regardless. Even though he is so aware that he has this commitment with this woman over here, right? Even believe it or not, some side chick, they do know that the man that they're involved with have another woman down here. But the reality of this is the wife now will go out of her way and go fight for this adult male who is doing something with somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, the road is so long to have it, something that's gonna make you to get to that place. That needs to be studied. You know, we've been as a woman, as a wife in the house, that you go out of your place. And again, I'm not blaming the wife. I'm not saying that because something in that situation triggered something in her. To say, you know what, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go fight for my husband.
Yeah.
You know, just like a mother say, I'm gonna go out there, I will fight for my child.
Yeah.
Hey, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, find
That
yourself
sense,
again.
that sense of ownership, you know, that sense of ownership,
Yes.
feeling like this belongs to me, so
Yes.
I have every right to fight for it.
To fight for somebody. And you know, for a mother who is fighting for a child, that is an order of things, right? But as a wife, when you go and then you go fight for your husband, the whole adult male that's supposed to be a leader in your own house, now you followers say, I'm going to fight for my leader that's supposed to lead me.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
The priority already messed up there.
Yeah.
So the question now is for that wife is, God make me do that. Why? What is it about me? That would be one of the questions that the wife needs to ask herself, because that is where ask herself. Because that is where the healing is going to start from. Because if she can ask that question and she's able to come up with the answer for that, I promise you, she's gonna see things differently.
Yeah.
And two things is gonna happen. You see that she's gonna go get help by herself.
Yeah.
In the process of her getting help by herself, the changes is gonna happen in that wife. That the husband now will say, "Oh, she's not the insecure woman that I married to anymore. Now she's not fighting for me now anymore. All of a sudden."
Yeah.
And then the man is gonna do two things. The man who can self-reflect as well, because we're all human now. People make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
But for men who can self-reflect, will say, "We'll go ahead and seek help, whatever way they're gonna seek help." You know what? I'm about to lose my wife. I don't want to lose my wife. You know, or
My sister, hey, Dima, my sister, my beloved.
Or they will just go with the side chick.
Wait, my sister, if you saw that video, it's just unfortunate that it's being spoken in a local dialect, South African local dialect. That woman was saying, I will put this video up. And the husband, while he's holding the side chick in his hand, he said, go live, mama. Actually, your pre-recording is not good enough. Go live. That's how much he has already checked out of that marriage. So
Exactly.
your audacity, Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the man is doing what the man is doing. So you now, as a wife, what are you going to do about that?
Hey, you have to accept. I think acceptance is a very good place to start before you embark on your healing and whatever. My love, Lenny, you've got a lot of feedback. That's why I keep muting you. You keep unmuting yourself. I mute you. You unmute yourself because you've got a lot of feedback. And if you're not gonna speak, please stay muted so that we don't hear the feedback. Yes, you were still saying, Tima?
I'm saying that I agree with you. Like, to accept that this is not normal. This is not the order of things. This is not how I'm supposed to do it. That would be a start of getting to go and you know, let me tell you, once a woman reaches the stage of you are running after the side chick, believe it or not, you are at the end of whatever is going on. I don't support doing it, but that thing is gonna wake up something in you, because now the husband said, "Here I am, I'm holding my side chick. Go ahead, go live. I don't care." Now you have an assignment to do. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. And you don't have to go after him anymore at this point.
You have to start by accepting.
Accept it. Go work on yourself. Please go somewhere and go cry if you have, because you're gonna need a lot of cry. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
For that, because your loyalty has been tested. So, and you must be able to do something about that.
Yeah. I hear you, my darling. Lady, I hijacked this lady Tabang. Lady Tabang, I can do as I please with you. You are my sister. You are my sister. Tabang?
Hey, my lady, okay?
Shapu Juan.
I'm good, good. I'm
Did you?
currently busy. I'm behind the orders, but it's okay.
Oh, okay.
My
No.
machine is off now.
Okay.
Madam Speaker,
Yes, my love.
you know, there is one thing that the topic of patriarchy, how do we unpack this? You know, for us to unpack this and get out of it and understand what is it, when did we start to go wrong and where are we changing it? It's something that has to do with an individual first. But the people who should lead this, they are the people who have already, what's this thing? Who knows themselves already, who have identified themselves, who are ready to even fight the battle. It's something like the battle of freedom.
Yeah.
Because of now, when we talk about patriarchy, we are talking about the things that are normal to other people. We still have a lot of women who says that my husband can be bewitched. Their husband is a scarce commodity that we need to fight for and go around. The population is very less that we need to share and end. So for us to start with separating a person from, we even believe that the husband get bewitched so that they can live. And I don't even know that, do they know that when it comes to witchcraft, it doesn't even have gender, that even the wife can be bewitched so that she can leave her marriage and go elsewhere. So for us to attack this, there's so many things that we need to deal with. The religion itself that we believe in as Christian, it is patriotic. The teachings, the pastor, your pastor, whatever he's teaching in the church, it's not what Christ is looking for in us. It's what he believes in, what he wants to digest to you. And it's unfortunate because of all these things that are happening, nobody is there to question them. The community itself, you know, I've been asking this other time. I'll give just an example, but it's a thing where they were saying, no, why after a person passes away, and I'm like, guys, you know, I'm still looking for the person who gave you those roles. But where were the basis of those? They were saying, no, if a person passed away, this is the process in an accident. This, and I'm like, guys, if you
Who
go
came
to
up with this
research,
stuff?
how come would that person do that? You'd know that sometimes it's not even applicable to you.
Yeah.
So now that this thing is a norm, where do we start it? It needs to start with you.
Yeah.
Now we cannot be sitting here and discussing this. Well, there are people who believe that there's a person who is here or born on earth to live on your behalf or fulfill the purpose why God created you. So it's something that we really need to unpack, like from the ground, Madam Speaker. Now let's talk about the issue of the lady, a woman who went in and fight for the husband.
Who does not want to be fought for?
For you to have entitlement of ownership of somebody. That's where we need to unpack it. Maybe we also need to revisit, because of, I believe now, the pastors are not talking about this thing so deeply when we get married, that maybe we need to start breaking down the issue of the relationship to say that, what is a relationship? Should we put it on a contract basis on a marriage so that we can understand that it's something that can change? Because of we are individual, we grow every day.
Yeah.
Can we allow one another and be free, that I can wake up tomorrow not even wanting to live in South Africa or wanting to go elsewhere, and if my husband is not going with me, I am going. This is not because of I hate the marriage, but it's because of I've got a calling that I have to do elsewhere. Or this is where I'm designated to be. But if it's not like that, then if we bring it here, it will be, no, now she thinks she's better. Now she thinks she's a career woman, blah, blah, blah. And that would be coming from yourselves.
Yeah.
So where do we start unpacking this thing? The social, how are you going to approach the community that you come from? Now, if a man says that I want to leave, or a person is ready to leave, you start by identifying something. It's the same thing when we go to varsity. I go to varsity and I get there, I realize, no man, I fucked up now. What course did I take? And then I decide to change. Or I even cancel. There are those times where I would register. I don't know how many times did I register in honors and cancel, masters and cancel. And I realized, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So if now the husband has identified that, you know what, the person I am with does not tick all the boxes that I want to see or that I find, let's leave them to leave. So is the wife. Because of now, we've been going in cycles to say that in such a way you fight for what you love. Side chick, if a side chick is in your house, Madam Sika, that is part of the family. Unless you take yourself out of that community, of that family. If you are still in that family, she's part of the family. And she's not even a mistake, and she did not even tempt your husband, and she did not even bewitch your husband. No.
Your husband chose to bring another person into the equation.
There is a need to your husband. It is up to yourself to say that, is this family or this structure a need to me or not, and leave. Because of now, what is the next step that you would take? That means that you need to stop that woman, you need to poison the man, you need to, it's so many things that you do. And let me tell you, Madam Speaker, now we look at this thing as if, no, on the media, they are not made. It can even happen to you as long as you do not want to take out the entitlement of somebody. And the thing of saying that go to fight for your marriage, go to fight. Guys, are you aware that there are so many marriages that are here just by the grace? They are not even part of your life. And we are here.
Hey, Mara, my sister, I mean, for me, I always wonder, or in as much as, yes, we hear the Bible saying that the devil hates marriage and everything, but you didn't, like, when you met your husband, my sister, you didn't fight to meet this person. You didn't fight to fall in love with this person. Everything was happening so effortlessly. So what happens over the years that now requires you to dig deep into your fighting, your what? You must bring out your Sasha fears now. You must be fighting. When did you sign up for this fighting?
Madam Speaker, where does the Bible say the devil hates marriage?
I don't even know, my sister. I just know somewhere there in the book of the doctrine. It's there.
I will find it and then we'll discuss about that. If we are saying that the devil is against marriage, what did God say about when one leaves the marriage and goes to cheat? He said that is the end of the marriage. So do you want another interpretation from God himself to say that is the end of the marriage?
No, my sister.
Because of when he says that, is the same thing as when he says that when you do sex before marriage, it's a sin against you. It is a sin against you because of it will always be a reminder. It will be a competition for the partner that you meet anytime.
Yeah.
So now, what I am saying is, from my side, Madam Speaker, if you want to go to fight the patriarchy, I would say the community or in, you really need to embark in a journey. You see, now we are sitting here where we are saying is 30 years after freedom and what, 30 something, 31 years or whatever years. But there are still people who believe that the apartheid did a good job and it's better if it comes back.
True.
Of our same color. So the same thing with the patriotic, it would be difficult for it to go. But how do you deal with it? You need to deal with yourself first.
Yeah.
Deal with you, deal with the community that is next to you, inform those you can inform next to you and start it from there.
Yeah.
But the truth is that, I really equate it to how civilization came in. Remember when electricity started coming, the houses that had electricity then would say, and then and then even a neighbor would say, don't even marry in that house. And then civilization even came. When it came, technology came, they said there's a ghost inside and everything. That's what would happen. But in this case, it would be the case where you find that we are fighting as individuals.
Yeah.
because of I don't think there's any I don't even know now how is my husband coping with me, because of I'm so vocal. I've already identified myself, and I'm very very sure that even my parents mobile on, they're asking themselves, for Mudumaka, where did we get this? Because of I stand my ground. You hardly get a person who would say ekin need or so now let's talk about you going down and saying that we want to fight this patriarchy. We want to take it by the root cause. How do we decentralize it? It's setting your own boundaries first. Before you could even start saying my neighbor is making noise and then their dogs are barking and jumping my fence, build a high wall around.
Guys, kana some of us are jewelry. Mtwaka. Eh? Mtwaka, let me call you back now. I'm live. Sharp. Sorry. I'm here. I was
all right. The jewelry, okay. Good luck, and then
in the name of Jesus.
So this process, it means that you are going to dismantle. If you are going to dismantle this, this means that you have to also redistribute it to the people.
Yeah.
Who are those people? You cannot take in the powers that you have identified somewhere and give it to the person who is not equipped. Because of this is basically a doctrine. You know, there is one thing, Madam Speaker, that I can tell you is that a person who lives with just one doctrine without even checking into what is happening, he will never make an informed decision. So this means that we have to also go to the churches. We have to also go to different religions, cultures, and put it down and dismantle it. So now this is something that is really, really like challenging. Because of now, if you check in today, how many men are complaining that, you know what, I don't want a working woman, a woman should stay home. That is part of the things that are there.
Yeah.
And there are still women who say that, no, I don't want to work. I want my husband to work. And then you come to me, I tell you that, you know what? God said I'm going to be the seed on the ground. And if I am the seed, that means that I need to propagate on the ground and blossom. So if you tell me that I should not work, you'll be cursing my God, unless you're the one who created me. And there's a woman who says that, no, I want to be a housewife. I don't know where they got that verse. And then I would say to you that, but where did you get? You said, no, but the Lord wants us to be in the house. So for me, this is something that is very deep. But to this far, come in. Okay, but to this far, what I can tell you is that we are basically, we are chowing the elephant by piece. So it's not going to go within a day, or within a year. It's even going to even take longer. And there will also be those who want to revive it later because of they identified it as something that helped. If you ask now, they would say to you that, you know, divorce was very low. Please close my door. Thank you. They will say divorce was very long those days with our mothers. This is because of women are working. But because the reason why our parents did not live there is because of they did not have resources to go. And when they go back to their families, they chase them back. So this means that they never had ownership of anything. And if you are very wise and more civil, you wouldn't even want to have a person in your life who has nothing. You want to impact something. If it's your woman, you want to impact knowledge to your kids. Because of now, you are talking about a woman, but this is the product. You can have a child of a boy child who take the brains of your woman. So what if she's dumb like those ones? So now, what I can say is that, and the other thing, Madam Speaker, the reason why we fight for these marriages and fight side chicks is because of we believe that they wish our husband and they don't.
It's better, you know, I feel like it's better for us to believe in something. I think it makes us feel good about ourselves, even though we are delulu. Because if you are believing in nothing, you can't come to terms with the fact that this man just does not want to be in this relationship anymore. He's just not serious about it. So when you convince yourself that this man is bewitched, at least it gives you that zeal to want to fight for something that's not there, because at least you are giving yourself an excuse of why you should be fighting for this thing.
Let's talk about this. You know, there's one thing. My dad, there's a time where he spoke to my husband this other time, and he said, if this is your better half, or this is one, now that you are one, no one has his own hand. So if we take it back to the belief side, the doctrine side, that's why I'm saying that if we want to remove this by road, we need to be open for anything. We need to look it with a good psychological standing. We need to look at it not referencing to anything that happened even before. We can reference on a point that we are realizing now that we are failing. So if you reference to a failure or the foundation of a failure, it's like you are planning to fail again. Maybe we need to review, but where do we start by reviewing? That is ourselves. That is how we teach our girl child.
Yeah.
That is what you tell your girl child to say. "Uto nyala ke mang, o sa kgone go apeya." Uto nyala ke mang. This is some of the things that we impact in our kids.
Yeah, from a young age.
From a young age. So now we come in when it's old, when they are older, and say that now my child he has been working for marriage for forever.
Yeah.
O qadile sana le 7 years, 3 years, 5 years.
Sure.
A berekela lenyalo. Ba re tlhatswa ke bjana o fiela ga botse o tla fiela bjang o sa o palla ko fiela o le makoti. O sa le o monyana na le 6 years, 7 years. That's what we say. And then already this means that it's the same thing. Immediately, if you go to a child who was told that, Wanaka, you know, I really wish to see you, a doctor flying there forever. That is what we impact in their mind. Hence, you hear other kids, we become surprised. One, I don't know, at grade 12, I was ready for marriage. I left, and you ask me, when did you start that? How did you come to think that? That is something that was impact on them. So this means that we are the community that needs to start building that.
Yeah.
We are the community that needs to start learning that there's a time where a person grows. Madam Speaker, a woman grows each and every 5 years. If you find a man who doesn't know that a woman grows and has different interests in those 5 years, then don't, guys.
Yeah.
Because of he will tell you about if a person doesn't even know that and be pregnant and have stretch marks, that means that I'm staying with a baby who doesn't even know that I would have gray hair. And then now he would leave and go to the side chick. This is not part of you. He needs to leave. We need to allow him to leave.
Yeah.
And when he dies, stop this thing. You'll be running after him.
Yeah.
Can you allow those who are to sit in komatrasing? Move. Maybe we need to start going into a contract of marriage. Because of now, it looks as if we standardize the thing of marriage to say that when you are married, that means that the death and this thing would be with you together and end. Where do you get those vows? The vows,
Hey, we pick them up on the streets.
Yeah, until death drew us apart. Where did you get it? Is that in the word of God?
Hey, my sister.
Do you have it?
For better, for worse, in sickness and in health.
Where did you get it? Who drafted it?
Was it John? We heard from the streets, my sister, and we adopted.
And now that you have adopted, this is where you start sitting in for the things that you're not supposed to sit in. This is where you go around on top. And sometimes, Madam Speaker, there's this thing of us delaying ourselves and compromising a lot, and we were in discussion just recently with my husband to say that, but now let's talk about this thing. We were discussing about the birth of the kids and then family planning and so when we were discussing, I don't know how did we get there. We were with this other doctor. So when we were discussing and we came to this thing, yeah. Okay, the woman gives birth, you lose your body, you lose everything. And then this other guy who was sitting next to us, he said, no, but now that is a personal decision for a woman to take out his womb.
Yeah.
Because of they don't want to have kids anymore. And we said, and I said, yeah, that means that it can also be a personal decision. If she's not compromising for the marriage so that it can continue without us having kids, that means that somebody can even do that.
Yeah.
Or we were talking about vasectomy. Then this means that the woman would sacrifice more without even a man realizing. By the time we ended the topic that we are discussing about, they realized that no, but this person is sitting to the marriage. He's having all this gas because of she's compromising for the marriage, but this one is not compromising. So if we are not able to break those things and start communicating those, then we have a problem.
Yeah.
We really have a serious problem because of now, if Madam Speaker, we are saying that we're bringing in this awareness, we need to look into education. The awareness. Currently, if you check in the education system that we have, okay, it is flowing, but it's not even informative.
Yeah.
We kick into a run. There's the time where you realize, you ask yourself, Mara guys, honey, didn't we do finance about? And then you ask them, the others, they're like, I can't hope, but this is the things that we are doing now. This means that we did it while we were running. Maybe we need to go back and start thinking about those. The policies, because of I know that if it's in the policy and signed off, it would be easy. But if the people on top are not able to get the gist of what is happening on the ground, or they are comfortable, then we can never even tackle it. So it's something that, and Madam Sika, there's some of the things. If you go to check the background of that lady, she was basically investing in marriage. Guys, let's stop. Investment does into you, guys. Let's stop investing in marriage.
My sister, what do you mean when you say we must stop investing in marriage? Kind of when you are married, don't lead us astray. Some of us were trying to get married.
We're not doing
I'm gonna get married this year. So don't lead us astray. What do you mean when you say we must not invest in marriage? You are invited already.
No.
Okay, my sister. You're invited. Yes. So what do you mean we must not invest in marriages?
Invest in yourself. Before you can even invest in anything. Self-development before anything.
Okay, I personally, I feel like I've done a lot of work in terms of developing myself as a person and investing in myself and just working on my own personal development. So much that I struggle a lot to relate to a lot of my male counterparts when I have to now date, But yeah, we are still journering. I'm dating now, and I want to understand, with me having developed myself to this extent and having to date someone who has also developed themselves to a certain extent, when then do we get to say, I've done the work on myself, you've done the work on yourself, now we are doing? Because whether you are saying we must not invest in marriage.
The reason why I'm talking about investing in marriage is because of now, if you go to check the lady who says that, who is fighting for the husband, he will say that I've invested a lot in him. But what were you investing? I've invested my time, I've invested and lost my career and other things. Meaning that you did not become the priority. The reason why it's easy for the men to move is because of they know that they can still build elsewhere with the resources they have.
Yeah,
but
I think
if you did not invest in you first, this is where the problem comes in.
Yeah.
Like for an example, it would be difficult for you to find a partner who is well matured and developed at that age, because of you are sitting at the peak of where you are looking for a person who develops, which is the reason why most of the marriages on the ground are falling down, because of men are equipping themselves and women are sitting down. And then on the other one, the woman it's upgrading herself and the man is sitting down. 2 days down the line, you realize no. And I believe that in the next marriage that you would go into, because of now you are developed, you would not do the mistakes that you did on those other ones, including the contractual of the marriage that you would go into. Now you would really understand that this is a relationship. It can end anytime, and then it is a contract that we have. It's a friendship. Anything can happen anytime. We can go astray and then we separate and end. So it would never be the same as that one.
Yeah.
But for those who are starting, guys, start ka wena pele.
Start with yourself.
Start with yourself. Develop yourself. Get information. Read, research. Just research.
Watch podcasts. Be aware.
Go to TikTok, the challenge, the hashtags. Listen to what is it that is happening, because of none of the things that are happening are immune to you. So it's all, you know, Madam Speaker, there's this thing of a person they are blessed, but they are not blessed. Now I would sit at a corner, learn from somebody. This is the reason why Kisanga did a mistake. Because of I would see fisher and I don't. But there are those who would go into that because of everybody is doing it. So, you know, I think, and the other thing, now that you are moving with that growth, you are going to make healthy relationships. You will see the red flags quickly and know, because of now your boundaries are there. Immediately when you're sitting and you realize, no, this one doesn't fall within my boundaries, then you're going to move easily. But then how many red flags did you see and you said? How many of them?
No.
Even the professional relationships that you're going to be.
Yeah.
The mutual respect, the person who you go. Now you cannot sit in with a person who just disrespect you from day one. You're going to move. This is because of you have already developed, which makes it difficult for you to find a person.
Yeah.
Who is matured. But the person who is destined for you would be there. And sometimes you might even find that you are not even supposed to be in the marriage department.
I rebuke that statement in the name of Jesus. I rebuke it, my sister. I'm going to marry this year. Hey, Jesus. Fire.
Even if she rebukes it, listen, there is the possibility that God's plan, Jeremiah says it, I have the plans for you. And
it's nice for you. You are talking like that, sitting in your own house with your own husband. You don't want me to sit with my own husband. You are telling me about Jeremiah now.
You can do whatever it is. The reason why
Tima, you see this Tawang. Tima, you see this Tawang. She's coming with story. She's now laying on the bosom of her husband, and she's telling me that what if I'm Isaiah, Jeremiah. Hey, Jesus.
I'm eating food from my husband.
Hey.
Listen.
Yes,
Madam Speaker, if you are, you know, with the route that you are following now, of breaking some of the boundaries, including those of the patriarchy, there's a lot of things that you are going to fight for. And some of them, it would be that you would meet a person who want to make sure that you go back or be the woman that they believe a woman should be with, that pretenders.
Yeah.
So that means that immediately when you realize that, you know what, this person is going to take me out, or they would say that, no, he's too, what's this thing? He's too, what's this thing? Not feminine. He's too muscular. Let's take it out of her. And when you go into 20 marriages, madam, with all the people who are coming in with the right flags, you know, there's this saying that before you can sit with the queen,
you'll kiss the frogs and everything.
Oh boy.
And let me tell you, with the stature that you are going into now, Sissy, you got a serious problem because of one of the things that needs to happen is that then a point needs to be proven.
What point? My sister, you know, on my vows, on the wedding day when I get married for the second time, I'm going to make it clear that I'm not about to stay in this marriage to prove to people that I'm able to keep a man. If it's not working out, I'm out. But I will not deprive myself of being loved or being somebody's wife just because I'm scared of proving a point. I'm not proving a point. If this one also doesn't work out, dim a problem. Yes, I'm already admitting to say I'm the problem, I'm the red flag, I'm the one. So even if this one doesn't work out, guys, you must know it's me. No pressure. Mina. And also this is the reason why I only
On that day.
Listen, my sister. This is one of the reasons. Listen, this is also one of the reasons why I prefer to date a divorced man, ne? So that agree, he also failed. I also failed. So if the two of us were failing, that means that the problem is not our previous partners, it's us. So no problem.
Oh my God.
No problem. I date only divorced men.
You might even find that he's not the problem, you are the problem.
Yes. So that means me and his other ex-wife were the problems. Him is fine.
Yes.
Oh. I'm my sister. I mean, I won't deprive myself, Shem. Marriage, I'm going again. If it doesn't work out, I'm leaving. If I find another one, I'm going. If it doesn't work out, I'm leaving.
You know one thing, I think it takes a level of self-aware and healing process that's already taken place for a divorced woman who have been went through something before, and here we are now, like, because I'm in the space where you are, like, before, maybe, I don't know, maybe this time last year, it's like I ain't want I ain't doing it, whatever. Fast forward now, like, I like the space that I'm holding at this point. The experience has taught me a lot. I'm more comfortable with myself in a way that I've never been comfortable with myself in the past. And I understand what the DT was saying about, sometimes we are aware of our triggers.
Yeah.
We know what we went through in our childhood, right?
Yeah.
We understand what role that we played in the first marriage, because believe it or not, most women, we went into that, especially the first marriage, not even knowing what our childhood did to us, good or bad. Okay? And then our husband is bringing his childhood, good or bad. None of us is aware of all this. And then we went in there seeking for what we missed in our childhood for this strange man to come and fulfill that in us. If you are looking for a train wreck, that would be the definition of a train wreck relationship, because even you that you have this trauma sitting in you that you didn't even know that you had. So how do you even seek help for it?
Exactly.
Experience. Sometimes it takes experience for some women to kind of get them to where they need to be. Unfortunately,
that is very true.
Yeah.
And Madam Speaker, in addition to what she is saying now, some of us, marriage, we know in order for us to decentralize this patriarchy, we need to also deal with the cases. So meaning that some of the things that might have happened during the time of the patriarchy or the doctrine, let me say a doctrine of its sort, we might have encountered the cases that there is a possibility that you should be willing to cut off with those things. As far as to that means that as part of you realizing yourself, you might even find yourself being deserted from the family because of you are cutting this case that has been there in the lineage.
Yeah.
Because of now, if you go to check now to show that this is something that, remember, with our mouth we can build
or we can destroy. If you go to check in, you find that the person is there in the marriage so that he can prove that marriage stays here because my mom got divorced, my sister this and that. Or you find that it's a secular of one thing and you say that family is cursed with marriage. So with the issues of marriage.
So when you want to block it, when you want to be the stone that blocks all of that, then you must suffer. Hey, Jesus.
That means that this is why I'm saying that if we are talking about the patriarchy, this means that we want a person who says that, can I carry the cross of you also that you can be saved, like Christ have done it.
I hear
And
you.
even though Christ have done it, not all of them are still following Christ, even though they saw that. So even if you come in to break this case of this thing, of the patriarchy, I'm telling you that
I hear you.
You know, just the other day, Madam Speaker, we were at this, okay, let me say a church like the traditional Christian, those Christian churches, you know them, where the deacon, as we were sitting there, and then the deacon is, I'm saying, no, I'm going to span now, and the men are sitting there, and he said, the deacon said, oh mine, I need bread at the store, and then normally in that place, the man is the one who works and the wife doesn't work. You hear the church as in when I'm talking. So now the man is saying that, hey, now I need to get bread and I'm the only one who drives and who is the head and the leader. You know, so they are talking is the three, it is my husband, the other man, and two women there. And then we were talking about it, and he said, no, a man is the leader and the head. And the woman does not even talk in the presence of men. And I said, oh, you know, this is the reason why I left that religion. Karen, what's happening? What's happening? Or you know, hey, but no musadiki or and now this man needs to go in and stay in, like, to work tonight. So now the woman cannot get bread. So these are some of the patriotic that comes from the religion part that people are using that we need to dismantle.
And unfortunately, because of the day and age we are living in, you can't keep up with that nonsense, eh?
It happened like yesterday, but for him it's that thing of no. Now when you talk about it,
Hi, my sister. Let's wrap it. Monama.
Okay, let's wrap it. Let me wrap and leave now. Madam Speaker, the issue of the patriotic, we need to start with our kids in the house. Let it start with you, then multiply to your kids.
Amen.
Then from your kids, the neighbors would see.
Amen.
Before, we did not know that a woman goes to school, graduate, and work and assist. But now, because of that, we know about it. And this goes into an individual. If you hear a person who is declining change and does not even want to learn what is it that is new, this is because of there are the things that benefits them within that patriotic community that it's still sitting on their side. For a person who is willing to come out, it is a person who actualizes themselves and knows their purpose to say that what is the purpose that God wants from me as an individual. And now, if we go in, let's go to learn, let's go to read, let's go to research, let's go to watch podcasts, let's go to hear other people's realities, let's go to the seminars, go anywhere where they are saying just anything. It doesn't matter what religion, learn about it. After learning, go and sit down, build a boundary for yourself, and say that not even under my generations this thing is going to happen, and you cut it.
I hear you, my sister.
Yeah, so that's what I can say. And for the women who are going to fight, the side chicks, maybe we need to accept that these men need their side chicks and we are no longer relevant.
Hey.
Maybe there's a relevant point where we are required elsewhere. Maybe Jomo and Batla no, and I'm wasting time later.
Try Joe. So
now,
instead of fighting your husband's side chick, try find a Jomo for yourself and to keep yourself busy.
And you know, if I find Jomo, I'm telling you, there will be peace in the house. I wouldn't
Ah.
even know that Tabo it's out. This is because of we are too bored and we make people to be our household. So I don't know why they already blown pot.
Amen. 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 Mam Ruti. Tima, you wanted to say something in closing, my love?
Oh, no, I mean, nothing really much other than, you will hear some people say, we need to decenter men. And I don't think that will solve the problem, like Aliditi was saying. But to decentralize patriarchy, because believe it or not, patriarchy actually affects men. Even though men created patriarchy, there are men that suffer.
The ripple
under the
effects is affecting them also now.
Right, that they created, right? But I will say this, that as women, I think, especially for us that we are raising the next generation, I think it's so important that our children see us as a whole person, not a half person, not a person that she cannot really do anything without a man, And even if you are under the man, I think individualized your life in a healthy way, that your children can see you. This is my mother and this is my father, and both of them are interdependent of each other. No one is sitting on someone's head, so in order for the other one to climb this. I mean, seriously, like we need to be put in our mind to make sure that our children are seeing us in the most healthiest space that they can see us, because believe it or not, there's a high chances that they're going to make their life decision based on what they're looking at, because they absorb everything that you are doing. And one thing, the funny thing about insecurity in a woman is the insecurity can show up in different way. It's going to show up in a man in a different way. It's going to show up in a woman, in a girl in a different way, in a boy in a different way. So it is important that we show our healthy self, and our healthy self that we can show for our children's self. Our building block, we need self-love to build ourselves, we need self-preservation, because again, we don't want to keep exposing ourselves to all this toxic situation time and time again. Our body cannot handle that. So self-preservation is so important. Self-actualization is on top of that. We are not limiting by just our belief or what we saw our mother did and the abuse that they went through, and and like Lady TCM said, expand your knowledge about yourself, expand your knowledge, what your future want to be. Our present self, I look at it as a race, not a race like you are running, but a race, a very steady race that you are holding a baton. Your present self, you are holding a baton. Remember who is going to be at the end of where you are going, that you have to hand over that baton to. That baton that you're going to hand over is your future self.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right.
Whether you're going to hand it over next year or in the next 10 years, think about how healthy you want that baton to be when you are ready to hand it over to that future self. Because the decision you are making today, believe it or not, is exactly the result of what you're going to get when you get to that destination that you are going. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, my darling. Thank you. And also thank you to Lenny in her, supporting state, because she was here to just support us. We appreciate you. And also the people who had joined in and have already left, we appreciate you, Lady TCM and Tima, my beloveds. I appreciate you guys and every single person who is watching. Please don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube side if you're there. We shall see you guys tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, so tomorrow is our actual live day at 7 p.m. We shall see each other tomorrow. I love you. God bless you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.